Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're once again talk about censorship related issues. Now, over the past couple of weeks, we've spent a lot of time talking about collective shout, as well as payment processors like Visa and MasterCard. Now, today we're going to go a little beyond those groups, but I wanted to start off by talking about the most recent development, and then we'll get into the main topics for today. And as always, in case you're not familiar with the new changes on YouTube, even if you watch a video in its entirety, your view might not count unless you're a quote-unquote engaged viewer, aka someone who likes, comments, or subscribes. So doing those actions helps your view count and helps promote my video and spread the message, like we're going to talk about today involving censorship-related concerns. Now, like I said, we're going to start with collective shout. There was a petition on change.org where there was hundreds of thousands of signatures on a petition going after that group, a group of feminists in Australia pushing for censorship, not just in their country, but across the globe. And they have been very successful recently with their new campaign where they put pressure on payment processors like Visa and MasterCard, which then in turn causes platforms like Steam or itch.io to censor or ban related games that are featuring adult content, or really anything that is problematic in the eyes of these groups like Collective Shout. But anyways, this is the quick update. The change.org petition involving Collective Shout has been removed. Yes, this is very spooky stuff because at the end of the day, pretty much anything can exist on change.org. You could start a petition for pretty much anything at this point, and I'm sure it will be left standing. But this one involving Collective Shout has been taken down. Little suspicious if you ask me. But of course, like I said, that's the only real news we have with Collective Shout today. But there's a lot of censorship related concerns involving other platforms, beginning with Adobe. So we had this Japanese artist saying this: I was uploading not safe for work illustrations to Adobe Cloud, and my account got banned without any prior warning. If I had known they were even monitoring the cloud like some kind of censorship, I wouldn't have trusted Adobe in the first place. I'm in the middle of filing an appeal, but if this doesn't work out, I might have to ditch Adobe altogether. They're just too high-handed. Here's to breaking free from Adobe. And you can see the message down here, but basically Adobe is joining in the censorship crusade, where they're now watching what you do in the cloud and banning artists for their adult content, which seems a bit dystopian. Not too surprising given the current landscape we're facing right now, but very disturbing stuff. And we see this guy right here, okay, Zenko, who is a Japanese politician. He says this in the quote, saying, reports of censorship in Japan. It has been reported that after uploading not safe for work illustrations to Adobe's cloud service, the account was frozen without prior notice and the appeal was rejected. It is no exaggeration to say that even the contents of the cloud are now being monitored. Yeah, well, this individual, by the way, Japanese politician who is anti-censorship, not just for Japanese content, but globally. This guy's doing a very great job, and I am very thankful for his work, and I'm glad to promote the guy as well. But he made another post, this time involving the Pixiv subreddit, saying this: I received a report from someone in the United States that the subreddit related to Pixiv on Reddit has suddenly been banned. The reason is still unclear, but since it was used as a platform for interaction among Pixiv's overseas users, there is concern that this could lead to a decline in Pixiv's ability to reach audiences outside Japan. It's apparently quite rare for a subreddit related to a major site to be banned. Reddit may not be familiar in Japan, but it is a major bulletin board service in English-speaking regions. I told you guys, Pixiv was one of the many platforms that are very popular in Japan that have been targeted for a very long time by payment processors like Visa and MasterCard. Okay, we've all noticed very recently what's going on with Steam and itch, but over on the Japanese side of the internet, these payment processors have been cracking down on many Japanese-centric platforms and services for a very long time now, and to see the Pixiv subreddit getting banned like this, it's all seeming very connected at this point, and very bizarre, to say the least, and concerning. Now, today we talked about censorship-related concerns involving Adobe, as well as Pixiv and Reddit, but let's move further. There's been other platforms that have been cracking down for, well, reasons, as we'll see. So now we're going to focus on the Archcast. This is a YouTube channel that has been completely deplatformed by PayPal, another payment processor. So here's their post on Twitter saying this: I was just randomly deplatformed from PayPal, no reason given other than unusual activities. Nonsense, of course, and I was redirected to a page telling me about the rules of card companies. Please make sure to make some noise about this if you can, and spread the word. Yeah, the reason they were given, the reason their account was ripped away and also their money was ripped away, was because of unusual activity. Huh? What does this mean? Unusual activity. Care to explain? Now, PayPal will never explain the direct reasons why accounts like this have lost their money, not just their account, but their money they had in their account, because if they set a specific reason why, that might be used against them. And in this case, let me just say this, guys, for any, especially content creators out there, if you have a PayPal, I beg of you, dispense your payments as soon as you get them. Do not let money sit in your account, because PayPal at any moment can drop you, as we see here. And what they do is they drop you, they ban your account for whatever reason, and they take your money. Now, of course, you know, your account is no longer welcome there, but your money is. Oh, your money is. They will take your money and they'll basically say, go away. And here's another example of this. And, you know, looking at this guy's account, like, what does he do that is so controversial that he deserves to have his PayPal account taken away? Just looking through this guy's account, right? He just looks like an anti-censorship type of guy. That's it. There's nothing super controversial here. The fact that his PayPal was ripped away is insane. And the fact that PayPal can feel so disgusted with his actions, but still accept his money, is quite ironic. Hopefully this gets worked out. It should, but I don't have much confidence in PayPal because, well, they're untrustworthy. Now, let's move on to another example of some censorship-related concerns involving this artist, Sin. Now, what did they do? Well, their Patreon account has been deleted without notification. That's right. Well, sadly, I've seen this coming for a long time now. Patreon is not an advocate for free speech. They've been slowly but surely clamping down on anything they find problematic. And artists, I hope the best for you, but unfortunately, Patreon is not reliable right now. I've seen so many people have their accounts deleted like this without notification or warning because they have quote-unquote problematic fictional content, and it's horrible. And apparently this person's their attempt to file an appeal was rejected as well, and it's so frustrating. I feel so bad for people like this who've been shut down for absolute nonsense, and they have a whole thread going through why their account was removed, which of course is no reason. There's no reason. And it's very frustrating. I feel for people like this. You know what? Like, I'm very careful about what I show in my YouTube videos. I don't want to get in trouble or get dinged with any sorts of systems. But, like, this is the art we're talking about, right? Okay? A 22-year-old and a 24-year-old MC. Or OC, sorry. This is it. This will get you banned from Patreon. Absolutely insane stuff. I literally don't know what else to say. Unfortunately, it's just the way things are. I mean, we've looked at like 4 or 5 different platforms engaging in arbitrary censorship, mostly not even giving a reason as to why they're doing it. And it's a sign of the times. It really is. You know, we move beyond like collective shout and the payment processors, but there's so much going on right now. And spreading the word definitely helps. And I hope everyone featured in this video finds their way back to their accounts or has some alternative. But right now, this is completely ridiculous, and I'll follow back this individual because their art's good, but also I feel for them in this situation. But yeah, just a terrible state of affairs right now. But anyways, support the people in this video, and that'll do it for now. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.